Hey guys, Lucas Wallet here coming to you from the studio. I hope it's warmer where you guys are than where I'm at. It's pretty chilly outside. Ground reaction forces, using the ground, swinging from the ground up. That's the new thing in golf. It's in vogue, it's sexy, it's hip. We see it in the magazines. We hear the golf announcers talk about using the ground reaction forces. I think it's super cool. The information that we now can get from technology, we now know that someone like Justin Thomas has a pressure shift down into the left and then back to the right foot coming to impact with the driver. But, like any new hip sexy technology, without the proper framework, without a complete understanding, you run a risk of misusing or possibly misapplying the information from the technologies. So that's what I want to show in this video is what I see happening right now in today's game. Though we know the concept of ground reaction forces, what everybody is saying, what is being taught is this idea of using the ground to create speed and power. Well, it's just not that simple, guys. And I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can guarantee that you're not falling victim to possibly misusing the information. So the sequence I see being taught by a lot of teachers is this idea of dropping down in transition and then thrusting up. So if you do that, like I see being demonstrated, watch my head. So I go up, I go like this, and then if I jump using the ground, watch my head, it goes up, right? So if you go back and look at a Ben Hogan or a Sam Snead or even some of today's guys like Dustin Johnson, or Rory McIlroy, that's not what they do. After they land in transition, guys, they rotate. And watch my head coming in impact. It might back up a little, right? But it does not elevate. I'm not jumping. So number one, watch the head. Number two, this notion of swinging from the ground up. Again, if you're just trying to use the feet to create those pressure shifts or even the legs, you're not doing what the best do. So go back and look at the greats, the legends, or somebody even like Bubba Watson in today's game, one of the best drivers on tour for the last 10 years. So, watch Bubba. Where does the motion originate from? The middle, guys, the hips. The downswing starts from the core, the middle, the hips, the pelvis. That's the engine. The legs, the feet are secondary to the way the middle moves. In conclusion, guys, the whole concept of ground reaction forces just seems a little odd to me. In golf, we tend to overcomplicate things. I tend to overcomplicate things. But if you think about, in the context of ground reaction forces, how that applies to other sports, we never hear a home run hitter in baseball talk about how they use the ground effectively. Or think about a gymnast like Simone Biles talking about the balance beam. Those balance beam reaction forces allowed me to flip. Silly, right? Or Michael Jordan dunking from the free throw line. Hey, MJ, you really use the basketball court well. Ridiculous. What makes these great athletes great is their technique and skill. It's how they move their bodies. The reaction forces of the feet that's a byproduct of correct sequencing, not the other way around. The same applies to the golf swing. So guys, pay attention when you're doing your reps. Make sure that the movements align with what the best do. It only makes sense. So hopefully you all enjoyed the content in this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel here. Leave comments in the section below. Leave some questions. We will answer them. Also follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We are now excited about being a part of the Golf WRX team, so check us out there. 2018, guys, it's here. Happy New Year.